Good morning, elites. Welcome to a brand new video. So, if I'm being honest, this morning has been, well, it's kind of been off. My blender broke. I was trying to make a smoothie, and yeah, it didn't work out, so kind of sad about that. Honestly, I'm thinking Mojang felt that energy and decided to release Minecraft 1.15.2 to make up for it. Definitely. Absolutely. This morning, on January 21st, 2020, Minecraft 1.15.2 released. This is the first major Minecraft Java Edition release of the brand new decade. Now, this is definitely a smaller release, but there are some features that you should definitely know about. In today's video, we're going to break down everything new or changed in Minecraft 1.15.2. If you guys enjoy the video, as always, make sure you subscribe, and today drop a like for that broken blender and the Nether update. The devs are already off to teasing that, so it looks like things are finally coming soon. But with that, let's go ahead and start breaking down 1.15.2. Our first 1.15.2 change has to do with bees and how they react to their homes being moved. So take a look at these bees. They're near these houses for sure. Now, we can walk up and silk touch these things, and these bees don't care at all. Previously, in 1.15.1 and 1.15, these bees would have become frustrated, which is a big problem. It never really made too much sense either, because the bees that are inside of the house that's being moved didn't care, so why would the ones around it? Definitely glad that has been changed. Still on the bee changes for our next one, this one is huge. As of 1.15.2, oak and birch saplings grown within 2 blocks of a flower now have a 5% chance to grow with a bee nest. Now, this flower must be on the same Y level. You can do this in any biome, and each time there is a new bee nest created, it seems to come with 2 bees. Here you can see we're in a swamp biome. Bees are definitely not native to a swamp. We have a row of flowers in the middle, then we have an empty block, and then we have a sapling. These saplings have the potential chance to, actually, wow. These saplings have the chance to grow with a bee nest. That was pretty crazy, and these saplings planted right next to the flowers would have that same chance as well. Now, that chance is only 5%. That's not very high, so it won't happen every time, but over here, out of these trees, I got 2, and then this one, that was crazy. That was some really nice luck. Again, each time it seems to come with 2 bees, but sometimes they take a little bit of time to come out of their bee nests. This change is definitely a nice change. This new mechanic will make it a whole lot easier to get bees in your base in a survival world. Next up, another bee nest change. Bee nests now have a 2% chance to spawn in flower forests. And finally, one more bee nest change. As of 1.15.2, bee nests now have a 0.2% chance to spawn in forests, in wooded hills, and in all birch forest variants. So tall birch forest, normal birch forest. This is definitely really good. Now, obviously, 0.2% is not a high percentage, but it's at least something. I've never really understood how Mojang likes to add brand new features into the game and then make them somewhat difficult to locate. I've always believed the bees should be in pretty much any forest, and that's now the case. So definitely a change that I 100% agree with. The next change is definitely relatively minor. We have a texture update inside of the horse menus. This texture right here has finally been updated to the 1.14 and up texture of the horse armor. Before this update, it was stuck on the old texture of the horse armor, the texture from years ago. 1.15.2 brings the addition of a GUI light option in models to provide lighting control when rendering item models inside of GUIs. There are 2 states. If the GUI light state is set to side, the model will be rendered like a block, and if it's set to front, the model will be shaded like a 2D item. If you have a texture pack, things like the creative menu might look a little bit different, but I'm not using one, so everything looks exactly the same. This next change is a pretty major change when it comes to potions and their effects. As of 1.15.2, effects are now stored when overpowered by a stronger effect. This might sound pretty complex, but it's actually really straightforward. So take a look at this potion, Jump Boost 1 for 3 minutes. If we go ahead and drink this and then walk towards this beacon, the effect on this beacon is currently Jump Boost 2. So if we go ahead and check here, we have Jump Boost 2. Now, if we go ahead and leave the range of this beacon, our Jump Boost 2 will eventually go away. So now we're counting down. Now, once Jump Boost 2 goes away, we are brought right back down to Jump Boost 1. So basically, the effects of the original Jump Boost potion that we drank were stored as soon as we got Jump Boost 2. Once we lost Jump Boost 2, the potion basically resumed. And this is actually a pretty big change to how potions work. This is a mechanic that has been unchanged for a long time. Even though I don't actually use potions too much, I do definitely think this change is a nice one. This update brings 2 brand new game rules with it. The game rules are Game Rule Do Patrol Spawning and Game Rule Do Trader Spawning. Now, as I'm sure you guys can guess, these 2 game rules have to do with Pillager Patrols and the Wandering Trader. You can now disable these game mechanics if you are sick of seeing them for whatever reason. In all honesty, I will probably never end up touching these game rules, but they are nice things to have in the game. The Wandering Traders and the Patrols can definitely be really annoying. To check out our next brand new feature, we'll actually need to exit full screen. Take a look at the window bar right there. Minecraft 1.15.2 single player. The single player portion, well, and the 1.15.2 portion is new. And a little bit more seriousness, the game window will now show your session type. It can say single player or multiplayer, and if it says multiplayer, it will tell you if you're on a LAN world or if you're on a server. This one is definitely a minor change. This next change will be found as soon as you press multiplayer in your game. This legal disclaimer is new. This was never here before. You can check this box to never show it again, or you can proceed right over to your servers and continue to see it each and every time. And then, aside from all of those really cool changes, we have approximately 28 bug fixes this time around. Bug fixes are always definitely a good thing. I'll go ahead and leave the changelog down in the description if you're interested in reading up on all of the bug fixes this time around. And for Minecraft 1.15.2, that just about does it. That is everything that has been added or changed in this update. Definitely the biggest one is that sapling change. That is an amazing change in my opinion. Now, the devs are already off to teasing the Nether update. They teased it on the release blog post of 1.15.2, so it finally looks like Nether snapshots will actually be beginning soon. And that is honestly probably the biggest takeaway from today. I am super hyped about that. But that's all that I have for you guys today. So if you liked today's video, remember to drop a like and subscribe. You definitely won't want to miss my Nether update snapshot videos as soon as they release. I get them out really fast too, so definitely be ready for that. It's finally almost time. If you're looking for some cool merch, well, you're in the right place. There's some of that down below the video. All of my links are in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay cool, everyone. Goodbye.